Hey everybody, today on HowTos I'm going to show you how to make Indian beef vindaloo. Let's get straight into it. So we'll start off with a pot with about a quarter cup of vegetable oil on a medium heat. And to our pot we'll add one finely diced onion, along with 1 tablespoon of finely grated ginger. And all we want to do is finely saute this on a medium heat, just so we can caramelize it. Next, I'm going to add 1 cup of chopped red chillies. Now, beef vindaloo has to be very hot. I'm making mine with mild chillies because I don't want it too hot. But that's just a personal preference. If you want it extra hot, feel free to add more in. Next, adding 2 crushed garlic cloves. Once your mixture is becoming translucent like that, we want to add in our meat. So I'm using half a kilo of chopped up beef. Now traditionally the recipe calls for big chunks, which are about 2 centimeters thick. But the flavour is going to be the same, so it's a matter of personal preference how you want to do it. Now turn your heat down, and we just want to brown our meat. So while we're waiting for our meat to cook, we're going to get started on our spice mix. So just into a bowl, we're going to start off with 1 teaspoon of ground cloves, 1 teaspoon of ground cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground paprika, a teaspoon of ground coriander, teaspoon of black pepper, teaspoon of turmeric, a teaspoon of cardamon powder, teaspoon of ground chilli. You can use cayenne pepper if you prefer the heat. And finally 1 teaspoon of cumin powder. Now just add about 2 to 3 tablespoons of water to your mixture, just so we can blend it through. So just like so. It doesn't have to be perfect, because we're just going to pour it back into the pot. But set that aside and we'll move back to our meat. So once your meat has browned like that, you want to add about a 1/3 cup of apple cider vinegar. If you don't want to use that, you can use white wine vinegar if you prefer. And we also want to add our spice mixture in. Now we need to add about 1.5 cups to 2 cups of water. I'm going to pour it straight into this bowl so we can get the excess spices out. So on a medium heat, we just want to put the lid on and let it cook for about 30 minutes. Then we'll come and check on it. Okay, so it's been half an hour now, and you can see what the thickness is like now. So we only want to cook this for about a further 5 minutes. We don't want it too thick, but we don't want it too watery either. Now before we do that, we're just going to add a squeeze of lemon juice. Stir that through. And you just want to check on the seasoning. So have a taste. If you feel like it needs a bit of salt, add a bit of salt in. This dish does have a lot of flavors in it. That's why I haven't added salt, as I don't think it's necessary. So lid back on, and we'll serve it in about 5 minutes. Okay, so it's perfectly thick now. Now you don't really want to cook any more than that, so turn the heat off. And all we need to do now is serve our side dish. So I'm going to serve this with just some white rice. Okay, and there we have it, simple as that. Homemade beef vindaloo in a matter of about 35 minutes. So simple as that. I hope you liked that, guys. Please like and subscribe. If you have any comments or suggestions, just leave them at the bottom. And I'll see you all next time.